What's going on, y'all? Today, today I want to talk about. This is one of these full course videos. We're gonna call it a full course meal video. But today I want to talk about how precious life is. How precious life is. How precious God is. How precious life is. Because you might have everybody. I'm pretty sure everybody have you know people that look at their success and see how they're elevating, and it despises them. Like it puts a lot of hatred in their heart to a point where they want to know, like almost stalk you, but don't let that get to you. Like, don't let it get to you. It's all a part of being successful. It's all a part of being successful. You cannot be successful. Don't nothing come easy. Don't nothing come easy being successful. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Don't nothing come easy being successful, folks. You have to put the work in. You have to, like sometimes you're not gonna get comfortable. You might get comfortable just a little bit, but you don't want to just have that mindset like, oh, I'm just all comfortable. I'm just like too comfortable. You don't want to have that mindset, folks. Like, I'm here to just, I don't know who I'm talking to or who this video resonating with, but I'm here to tell you that now you don't want to get too comfortable while you're being successful, And I can tell you another thing, like you can't be a trendsetter. I mean, no, I take that back. You have to be a trendsetter. You cannot follow up behind trends. That's what I meant to say. You can't follow up behind trends. Following up behind this person because they're doing that. Following up behind that person because that's the thing now. That's the style. You can't not that's being a follower. How can you be successful and you're being a follower? You cannot be a follower. You have to lead the pack. You have to set your own trends. Just as long as they're not harming anybody or they're not self-destructing people out here, causing people to be harmful to themselves, causing people to be suicidal to themselves. Like go ahead, be the head honcho. I'm the head honcho. I feel like I can lead the world if I want to. Honestly feel like that, But what the world has to realize sometimes is, you a human being too at the end of the day, You're a human being too. You might have certain things you like to do. You don't have to. Like me personally, I like laughter. I like laughing and might talk a little smack here and there. I like music, I like to do a little dancing here and there, like because if I didn't, what would that make me? That will make me not be a human, like actually have a soul. That will make me not be human to society. Like I just be like this. Like who wants to lead a pack like that? Everybody's just doing this, waiting to see what I'm gonna do. Like who wants to lead a pack like that, man? That's to me, that's called not having a spirit. Let's go back to the other video. I didn't even post it yet. But that's called not having a spirit, folks. It's called not having a spirit. I believe back in the day, we could have actually had a lot of people could have been successful back in the day because everybody was full of joy. Everybody was full of joy once upon a time. Once upon a time, everybody had a lot of love in their heart. Once upon a time, everybody cared for one another. I honestly think we could have had a lot more successful people. Why did that stop? I don't know why. I don't know. I don't ask me. I don't know. I'm just glad it didn't happen to me, But God was the best thing that happened to me. I can tell you that. God was the best thing that could ever happen to me. It's like to the point where I can talk to God like I'm talking to you. I don't cuss God out. I don't do that. But I can talk to God like I'm talking to you right now on YouTube. You know, like it's nothing. I mean, I just have a conversation with God, and God would show me, like, in a way, if I'm doing something He disapprove of, He's going to show me that in a way, and I'll catch time, be like, okay, all right, let me, yeah, I mean, that's common sense. I mean, they should teach that. They should teach that in. They need to teach that in school. I'll teach it to you. One of the two. I mean, let me be the teacher to teach that to you. Matter of fact, I am. But I feel like, like right now, I feel like I'm getting a download from God. Like He's saying something right now. But anyways, another thing I learned too is humbleness. Just be humble. Just be humble. Like, don't get out of character. I used to have that real bad getting out of character. Like, just that because I had a lot done to me. Like, when you have all that built up, it's like you always on like the fence, like fence mode. Like, because you already got your guards up. You never know what's the next move or the next attack gonna come from. But once you forgive all of that, let it go out your heart, and you repent from it. You be brought out of darkness into the light, and you ask God to, give me another chance. I want to live righteous for the rest of my days, and God will do it. He will do that. He will restore it. He will grant your wishes on that. You know, just stick with Him. Like, don't turn your back on Him. I'll never turn my back on God. I remember I was a child and I used to talk to God. Ain't that crazy? I was talking to God like I'm talking now as a child. That's how I know I'm a child of the universe. And it was so crazy to me because I was never praying like how the people be like, I call them holy rollers. They be in the church like, oh, they say all the good stuff, the good words. It sounds so good. You be like, man, ain't no way in hell I'm going to be able to like pray like that. It's just almost sound like they've been practicing it for years or something like that once they get to talking. And it was just like, man, I know God ain't make it hard for people to pray like that. That's just how I feel. I know God ain't make it hard for people to pray like that. Nah. So it just got to the point I was praying like, I just started praying how I feel like I wanted to pray. I started off that way. And that's what got me here today. And I always, never, ever, 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 ever. I remember I said this a long time ago. It's a lot I want to talk about, but I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna do that later on this journey. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna give y'all a lot of insight, input on my views on the world. Or how I look at things. But as of now, I just want you all to get in tune with God. I know a lot of my videos be about God because it is about God. I want you to get in tune with God. I want you to understand that you still can be yourself and still be in tune with God. You don't have to be a perfect person. You don't have to be a robot in order to be saved by God. You still can be yourself. You still can have fun. Just all He asks for is one thing. Don't forget about me. Like, I've been God like this. Now, I done blessed this person, gave all these person their blessings. They don't even know it. They done got so materialistic struck and, struck by all these materialistic things. They don't even know that it came from me. They didn't thank me not one time. They sitting over here thinking the person they got the material stuff from. They thanking that person instead of thanking me. That's how God. I'm not saying that's how God thinks, but that's probably what He's saying. You don't never know what God's thinking. You can't know what God's thinking. That's what I don't. It ain't even a word. I don't even want to say genius, because God is better than that. He's better than a genius. You don't know how it is. You can't. He's not a man. He's not a woman. He's a spiritual being. You cannot see Him. I mean, that part right there. That's. You see, I'm still. You don't know. You don't know. All you can do is just, put faith in them. A lot of people scared to do that. They want to take the easy way out. Everybody like that's what I go back to say trendsetters. I mean, no shit. Excuse me, y'all. Not trendsetters, but people following trends. They want to take the easy way out. That is not to take the easy way out. Put your faith in God, trust in God. 2024. This is what we doing all day, every day. Peace, folks. Gone.